Which of those games don't seem like derbies?
I don't think games like Arsenal-Chelsea are a derby.
What?
It's a big game, two big teams.
No,
but you guys are friends.
No, come on. If
your two
said
clubs
Brentford
are friends.
versus Fulham, I could have understood. I thought that's what you were going to say. Brentford versus Fulham. I'd say, okay.
No, I'm thinking about the big game, like
Arsenal-Chelsea. Do you know the history of the two
I know the
clubs?
history of it, but right now, you guys are friends. You're trading players. You're giving each other. You're helping yourself. You're helping each teams out. Honestly, it doesn't feel like a rivalry in the same way like Man City, Man City United, you don't see them doing deals, swapping first team players, etc. Like I think it's more on Chelsea than it is on Arsenal in the way that Chelsea act like a business, like they act like a football business rather than like a football club to some extent. Like Arsenal, obviously, you have your rivalries, you have clubs that you hate. Chelsea, I don't know.
Listen,
I feel like it's not necessarily a rivalry in the same that like North London Derby is, or playing.
Yeah, but you're talking
United,
about
etc.
but it's still a derby. We're talking about hatred in a derby, like passion in a derby.
But
so
is that not what makes a derby?
No, it's geographical, hun. That's what actually makes a derby. Because if we're talking about Brighton and Palace, like
I would
obviously there's a whole motive between
I would
them.
argue that is a
in
derby.
those terms, then Liverpool, Man United is not even a derby. If we're talking about that,
Yeah, I'd still say Liverpool United is a northwest.
it's a rivalry.
derby.
It's not a derby. It's a rivalry.
But it is a derby because
No, it's not.
they're an hour away from each other. It's the same as, but they also just hate each other.
Nah, that's not the true definition of a derby. It's got to be the same city
But a derby
or town.
Yeah, but they're an hour away from each other.
Okay,
I mean,
right.
that is the
But in
definition.
the strictest sense of the word, it's not a derby. But to go back to Dylan, I've got to pull you up on that, my friend.
All right.
Arsenal, Chelsea, I can name you players. Cecil is one for a start. Shout out Cecil. He absolutely despises Chelsea, and he's on the record as saying, and I'm not, this can be proven. He said he dislikes Chelsea more than he does Tottenham. There's quite a few Arsenal fans who feel that way, given the history of Chelsea's storied past. I'm not going to go into it now, but what you're referring to is boardroom stuff. That's different. I'm talking about the two sets of fans.
Would you like to know also what actually constitutes a derby, just so we can clear this up? Okay, so it's two teams from either the same city, region, or local area. Usually carries extra emotional, cultural, or historical significance. Number one, geographical proximity. The clubs are close neighbours, often in the same city or region. Example: Manchester United, Manchester City, Arsenal, Tottenham type of thing. Historic rivalry, teams that have a long history of competing against each other, which is probably Liverpool, United type of thing.
Luton versus Watford, Brighton versus Crystal Palace.
Yes. Yeah. Cultural, social.
Swansea versus Cardiff.
Many derbies reflect social, political, class divides. Celtic Rangers, for example, comes into play there. Obviously, that's a very heated, hatred-filled derby. Emotional intensity. Derbies are often highly charged, packed stadiums, etc., and local bragging rights. So, in short, a derby is a local rivalry game between two neighbouring clubs.
And trust me, there is big rivalry between Arsenal and Chelsea.
I just don't watch the Arsenal-Chelsea game and see it in the same way as
No,
Arsenal.
you wouldn't have been to one. I've been to a few.
I don't think it's the same. It's not the same level as Arsenal Spurs. It's not.
But it's not that far off. Trust me, in terms of dislike.
It's like Spurs Chelsea is a very strong dislike, very very strong dislike. But it will still there is still more. I think it's a different type of hatred than like Arsenal Spurs. Like as a Spurs fan, as an Arsenal fan, you are born to hate Arsenal and hate Spurs.
Is that not an essential part of a proper derby?
But we also hate West. We also don't like West Ham. West Ham's derby is Spurs. Chelsea's derby is also Spurs. There's more obviously between Spurs and Chelsea than there is Chelsea and Fulham, despite the fact that they're geographically closer to each other.
I do hear it. I just feel like the way that Chelsea operate make them less of a club that have hatred towards other clubs.
No.
I don't know.
Because there's also other things.
The way they operate.
And this is something I can attest to. I've been to derbies at Chelsea, and they can be quite,
absolutely fair enough. But
quite toxic.
Yeah,
not as much
enough.
as Spurs.
I think it's a different type. It's a different type of energy between. I think our derbies are a different type of level.
Yeah.
In terms I just think it's the level below.
Spurs Chelsea is very toxic
for Arsenal anyway.
Yeah.
You guys may view it slightly different. Obviously, Spurs is the number one toxic derby. I would say for Arsenal fans, Chelsea is next. We don't hate West Ham particularly. We don't hate Fulham and Brentford and who's the other?
Palace.
Palace. Yeah. But Tottenham and Chelsea, most Arsenal fans, you get him in here now.
Yeah.
You can speak to Kenya next door. She'll tell you they hate Chelsea.
And I would say it's the same thing. Arsenal is still top, but Chelsea would come a close second, and then West Ham as well.
All right, yeah.
But in that order.
I'll hold my hands up.
No one's got a problem with Fulham. Yeah. No one's got a problem with Palace other than Brighton, and they are far away from each other, and no one's got a problem with Brentford. So, yeah.
I mean, I have a problem with Brentford, but that's a me thing because they keep beating us, which is more the fault of my club.
Everyone keeps beating me, so
yeah, everyone keeps. But I've got a problem with everyone in the league, including all my own teams, all my own teammates.